Spit it out already.
I want to be with you. Tell me what I should do, Angela.
You are a sheep!
No, oh, baby.
Anthony, stop being a p***y.
I'm not a p***y.
Hello, I'm Shane. Welcome to Smosh Pit Theater. Last time we were here, we acted out scenes using your YouTube comments. And we promised to do a Smosh Pit Theater with fan fiction that you have written. Some of it glorious, some of it extremely dirty. In fact, 99% of it extremely dirty. And today we're going to act them out. They involve us and some of our characters.
Some of these were really long, so we couldn't use the whole story of some of them, so we kept our favorite parts.
Abridged.
Abridged.
So, how are we feeling about this?
Yeah.
No.
Well done.
Let us begin with our first scene. It is titled, Reclusive and Generally Unpleasant, by I Am Not That Alex. There are 4 characters here. We have a narrator, a boss, Redacted, and Sarah Christ. Amanda, would you like to play Sarah Christ?
Yes.
Yes.
Ian, would you like to play Redacted?
I am redacted.
Yes.
I'll be the boss.
Ooh.
Spencer will be the boss.
Hey.
Would you like to narrate?
I can narrate.
Very good. Let us begin.
So fun.
Oh my God, Ian! Wow! I'm fangirling right now. I'm so excited. Nice.
I like your hair like this, Ian.
You like his hair like this?
Yeah.
Because it looks like yours now.
Hey, don't do that.
Let us begin.
Reclusive and generally unpleasant. A middle-aged woman stands in the cold autumn wind, a bitter breeze tossing her coat as water falls down its length. The badge dangling around her neck reads, Sarah Christ. Redacted, her latest eye candy, wove an illusion of hope in the ex-police officer's heart. Sarah's fingers tremble as she lights a cigarette, her gaze fixated on the flame devouring the tip. A voice, uninvited, pierces the air, coming from the door behind, freezing her in place.
I thought you quit. The heavy metals will kill you.
The unexpected noise sends a shiver down her spine, the lit cigarette slipping from her grasp to meet its end in the cold ground below. The tendrils of smoke curling upward seem to mirror the wisps of discomfort that now linger in the air between them.
I did. That cigarette was gonna meet its premature death, one way or another. Going through the motion before that just calms me.
Before she can finish her sentence, his hands envelop hers, locking them in a damp embrace. Wide-eyed and bewildered, she searches for eye contact, attempting to decipher his intentions. Her gaze turned sharp and pointed.
What? Isn't this what you wanted? That's what you told the shrink.
He squeezes her hand tightly as if to emphasize his point.
Ow! Yes, thank you.
Confusion lingers in her voice, unable to be shaken off before the words escape her cracked lips. Perhaps he's different. Looking down on him at this moment, taking in his beautiful brown eyes and shaggy, greasy hair, solidifies that feeling.
I really mean that, pretty boy.
I don't get why you're still with me. You have ulterior motives.
Let's head inside.
Sarah ignores his accusatory statement, moving past him inside towards their shared apartment.
Can you put a...
His sentence terminates preemptively by the high-pitched ringing of her phone. There are only 2 people that have access to her number, her ex-boss and her sweet angel of a daughter.
Are you gonna answer that?
Hey, old man.
Christ, we need your services once more. Unsettling cases. We think they might be connected. Evidence points to cannibalism. I will send more details over text, and please, get some sleep.
What do you know about cannibals?
Redacted stares at her feet. Oh.
Why?
Nothing that concerns you. Police business.
Then nothing I would have to say concerns you either.
Don't be like that.
She may not be on the force officially anymore, but that doesn't mean she could or should share internal information with outsiders. Technically, she's one as well. However, her situation is unconventional.
Be like what? Exactly like you? hold a mirror up to your face?
Multiple cases that seem to be cannibalistic in nature have popped up in the area. They believe there's a connection. They want me on it.
Sarah pulls up her texts. New ones arrive immediately after her phone call. With slow steps, she closes the physical space between them, extending the items towards him. He is reluctant to take it, only doing so after a generous while of consideration. The room seems to hold its breath as the device changes hands. Sarah's gaze remains fixed on Redacted, watching for any flicker of recognition or reaction. When dread starts to paint over his face, the detective can't help but feel her stomach drop as well.
Anything catching your eye?
The victims. I think they're all...
Christ grabs him by the collar of his coat, yanking him up to her face.
Spit it out already.
Dude.
Immediate panic pulsates through his body, causing her to regret her decision before she even has time to blink. With shaking hands, she drops her boyfriend in front of her feet.
I regret that.
I am in danger, Sarah. Sarah, I am in danger. All of them were truth seekers.
We cut to the next morning.
Oh.
Redacted wakes up. His eyes slowly blink open, taking in the surrounding situation in their apartment. Sarah Christ is already awake.
You're awake.
How could I sleep?
Yes.
She pushes a strand of hair out of his face.
Oh.
His nose scrunches promptly as a reaction.
I'm trying to come up with a plan. We'll have to break in the police station tomorrow. Oh, or well, today.
Why the police station?
I want to take a look at all the additional evidence they gathered. I fear the limited information I've been provided with is missing crucial information.
Can't you just ask your boss?
Ex-boss, and no. I'm not officially on the force anymore. Wiring information to me is dangerous and highly illegal. I have work in the shadows and employ unconventional methods.
No, he's using you. If something goes wrong, you are the only one on the cutting board. He reaps the benefits of your effort without risking anything himself. Wake up! You are a sheep!
No! Oh, baby!
Oh,
baby! I am well aware. This is sweet of you. But I am a weapon to be used.
I am coming with you.
Absolutely not.
His presence would not only invite an unnecessary extra layer of difficulty to her already challenging task, forcing her into an unwarranted babysitting role. He is not fit for this.
It is my life that is in danger. I am breaking in with you.
That's exactly why you are staying put. Let me do the work.
What if the cannibal attacks right then? Breaks into our home? I would be alone. What if they're listening right now? Willing to take their opportunity?
You convinced me.
While it might be a ploy to win her over, there's an underlying truth. She truly can't afford to let him out of her sight anymore. She's not one to easily change her mind, not usually, but he truly is correct. Redacted pulls them closer, closing the recently created gap. Even Sarah manages to try to drift away to sleep, with him nestling in her arms. The end.
What?
Wow!
I can barely sleep.
I wanted them to bang.
Crazy!
Where's the banging?
This is the next season of True Detective.
Yeah. True Detective season 4. This is it.
Jodie Foster can get
Good job, you guys.
Wow.
Damn, that was a delight. Now it's time for our next play. Oh, mirror in the sky, what is love?
Ooh, banger.
By Samezi. The cast: Angela, Courtney, royal maids, and a narrator.
Oh.
Courtney,
Royal maids?
Would you like to be Courtney?
Royal maids.
Sure, I'll be Courtney.
Who would like to be Angela? Chance?
I would love to be Angela.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yes.
I can be narrator for this.
I'll be a royal maid.
How many royal maids do you need?
Royal maids, I think we need 2 to 3, it says.
Okay.
So
Well, there's 3 of us.
3 of us.
How
there's 3
fancy is it?
royal maids.
let us begin. Interior castle, near a window. In a majestic castle surrounded by lush gardens, Princess Courtney lingers by an open window. Inside the lavish chamber, a hint of sadness clouds her expression. Her gaze rests upon the garden below, eyes lingering on a single rose fighting against creeping vines. A quiet quest for freedom, echoing the inner turmoil she feels. In just a few hours, she will be wed. A grand celebration awaits, and she will become someone's bride. She knows she should be happy, expected to be happy, but she's not. How can she be happy about marrying someone she doesn't love? And how can she even begin to love the person she was betrothed to when her heart already belonged to someone else? A soft rap on the door drew Courtney away from her thoughts. She stepped back from the window, folding her hands together in a futile attempt to compose herself.
Come in.
Courtney calls, her voice tinged with reluctance. As the door softly opened, a radiant presence stepped into Courtney's space. Her lady-in-waiting, with dark tresses framing a kind smile, entered, igniting ineffable joy within Courtney.
Angela!
Courtney's voice burst with excitement as she eagerly pulled her lady-in-waiting to herself.
Courtney, princess, I'm here to help you get ready.
Get ready for what?
For your wedding.
An abrupt pang struck Courtney's heart, sending it plummeting as she is once again brought back to the reality of the situation.
Oh.
Angela offers her hand, and without hesitation, Courtney reaches out to clasp it. There's never been a moment when Courtney could refuse anything Angela offers.
Oh.
With Angela leading the way, Courtney entered the palace's bathhouse where the princess's retinue of royal maids stood waiting.
These words.
Yes.
All of you?
Yes.
In a mere second, the palace's bathhouse buzzed with a whirlwind of preparation. The maids exchanged light-hearted banter.
Happy day.
Their voices overlapping in a symphony of excitement about the impending union between their princess and a handsome prince.
He's handsome.
He's Howard.
Handsome.
He's Howard.
In the blur of hands, voices, and faces, Courtney's heart raced with desperation and panic as she searched fervently for Angela among the throng of ladies-in-waiting. She feels one of the maidens applying something to her skin, an overwhelming fragrance assaulting her senses and causing a throbbing ache in her head. The maid's chatter becomes a distant blur, like indistinct echoes in a crowded room. In the midst of the overwhelming chaos inside her, Angela's voice broke through like a distant echo. Courtney, lost in the whirlwind of her own emotions, strained to grasp onto that distant sound, using it as an anchor amidst the storm. It takes a while for Courtney to calm down, and for her to realize that the other maidens had left her and Angela alone. In the quiet of the bathhouse, Princess Courtney's voice trembled as she uttered the words she'd held back for so long.
I don't want to be wed.
I know, princess.
Courtney dared to bare her soul a little more.
I don't want to be with the prince.
I know, princess.
A hesitant breath escaped Courtney as she voiced the depth of her longing.
I want to be with you.
Instead of hearing a response, Courtney feels Angela tighten the embrace.
Tell me what I should do, Angela.
It's not often someone in my role gets to advise Her Highness.
I am lost. I don't know what to do. I don't know if I can go through with this, but
You have to do your duty to a king. You have to do your duty to your kingdom. Whatever path you choose will come with consequences, Courtney. Stand by what you believe is right.
In a narrative painted by fairy tales, Princess Courtney would have eloped with her beloved Angela, embracing a life untouched by consequences. But reality diverges starkly from the whimsy of storytelling. Reality beckons not just for personal gratification, but demands choices entwined with the lives of many. If she had followed her heart, she would undoubtedly be happy, but she would not only be putting herself and her beloved at risk, but she would also be betraying her obligation to her kingdom. Despite the turmoil inside, she forces a smile, a mask of contentment on her face. Then, with heavy steps, she walks down the aisle, each stride a silent echo of the inner turmoil she conceals within, and she walks towards a future ordained by duty rather than love.
Congratulations, he's so handsome.
This is a tragedy.
Wow.
Oh, bow.
Wow.
Bow. Yes, well done. Yes, well done.
Those so far have been really well written.
Yeah, those are awesome.
There was a lot of turmoil,
Yeah.
inner turmoil in that
A
one.
lot of longing.
Yeah.
Longing.
Yeah.
Longing.
Please welcome to the stage, Longing.
Next up, I Can Drive You to Football Practice by Anonymous. The cast, it's in parenthesis, straight, Chance,
Oh no.
Shane, and a narrator.
Yes!
Who would like to narrate?
I can narrate, or do you guys, does anybody else want to try narrating?
I'll try narrating.
Yeah.
Go for it!
Go.
I wonder where this idea came from. Was it from the Love is Blind episode from Smosh Games?
I just have a connection with someone else. Chance. Oh, how can I say no?
That's such a good answer.
We're straight, but we'll figure it out.
Interior, Chance and Shane's new home. After meeting on Love is Blind, today was their wedding and the beginning of the rest of their lives forever.
Oh.
Chance and Shane stood in front of their new home.
Traditionally, someone should get carried through the doorstep right now.
Shane tried to hide a smirk as Chance considered his options. Part of him definitely wanted to be carried bridal style by Shane. Every opportunity to be cradled against the broad, strong chest of his husband was hard to miss. But he was still straight, okay? He couldn't just let his bro carry him like that, could he? But also tradition was tradition, and he didn't get married to f around with that.
Go on then, bro. Show me that core strength.
Chance placed one arm around Shane's neck and placed the other on his bicep, because if he was to be carried bridal style, he was going to enjoy it, damn it. Shane happily complied, picking the younger man up with ease. With ease!
You're so light. I could carry you like that everywhere. Keep you in my arms all the time.
Bro.
Fine, we can arm wrestle instead. We need to decide who's doing the dishes anyway.
And so they went inside, Chance hiding his blush in the crook of Shane's neck, and Shane trying not to be too smug about it. He really needed to be taken down a peg or two if they were to stay bros till death, do them part, like their vows said. They reached the couch and Shane gently placed him down. Chance pushed down the disappointment. Chance pushed down the disappointment at the fact his husband didn't go straight for the bedroom instead. He needed to deal with these kinds of feelings soon. Otherwise, he would be forced to reconsider the straight nature of his love for his bro husband.
The Cowboys are playing tonight. Gonna grab us some beers so we can watch.
Bears.
Gonna grab us some bears so we can watch. Need anything else from the kitchen, babe? I mean, bro?
And that's what Chance loved about their marriage. Maybe it was their first night as husband and husband, but they wouldn't miss a football match. Unfortunately, it's been almost a full month since the Cowboys have lost last time, and he didn't want to cry in front of his bro, even for such an important reason.
Sure, bro. Grab me a pizza slice from yesterday, would you?
From yesterday.
Sure thing, bro.
And so Chance was alone for a moment as he settled on the couch, putting on the game on TV and loosening his tie.
Oh.
Both of them were still in their suits. They just got married after all. Even if it was a very informal ceremony with Amanda's snarky remarks at her toilet wife in the background, and Arasha too busy looking at Courtney's tits to pay attention.
Fun party.
He was surprised no one ended up with Angela puking on their shoes or anything. On nights like these, Chance felt pretty good being straight.
What?
Here you go, dude.
Shane said, holding him a bottle and a plate with not one, but 2 slices of pizza, both steaming.
Bro, did you reheat them for me?
Of course I did. You're my bro. I will always reheat pizza for you.
Shane looked into his eyes with fondness that only a couple of newlywed dudes could share.
Bro.
So they got comfortable on the couch, clinking their bottles together and tuning into the game. Chance could get used to it, his bro stealing a bite of his pizza or commenting on the players every now and then.
Oh, nice, Micah Parsons.
Both of them yelling either in excitement or annoyance at some of the players failing.
Offsides!
It was kind of hot, in a bro way.
Bro, how about arm wrestling? We need to figure out the dishes.
Sure, bro. Let's go to the kitchen.
They sat down by the kitchen table, Shane making room so they could rest their elbows there.
Loser does the dishes tomorrow?
Shane got his big arm ready. Chance wasn't a twig either, but as they laced their fingers together, the difference was pretty clear. They started wrestling, and even though Chance put up a fight, he lost after a minute or two.
Whoa!
His arm is pinned down by Shane.
His arm
was pinned down by Shane.
Come on, bro. That was a warm-up. Let's go again.
No way, man. I won.
Scared you won't win again?
More like scared I'll break your arm or the table.
Shut up. Let's go. We can raise the stakes. You name it.
As soon as Chance offered, he saw the glint in Shane's eyes. He knew it worked.
All right, then. But remember, you asked for it, man. This time, the loser does the dishes and the laundry.
Shane got his arm ready for another round.
Wow, Shane. Laundry. What a sexy choice.
What was that?
Nothing, bro. Let's go.
He had no regrets. The end.
Wow. A happy ending.
Wow.
Ending!
Yeah, I'd love to
That was
see
great,
that
dude.
get through
I'm very
life.
Oh my God.
I'm glad I got to see that Love is Blind, like,
Continuation,
beyond the
yeah.
episode.
The extended universe.
Next up, Ian's new boyfriend.
Oh my God, okay, sorry. I know of this one. I am very excited for this one.
Arpon Legendario. The cast, we have Rhett, Link, Ian, Anthony.
I can narrate.
I could be Link.
Does Rhett have like a southern?
Yeah,
Yeah, a little-
exactly like
All right,
that.
I'll be Rhett.
Let us begin. Ian's new boyfriend. Interior car, evening. Anthony was driving his car, clenching his fist around the steering wheel nervously. He and his boyfriend, Ian, were heading towards Ian's parents' house. It was the first time Anthony was going to meet them officially. Ian tried to calm him down while texting on his phone from the passenger seat.
I swear it's not that big of a deal. My dads are nice.
I know they are, but I just don't know if they're gonna like me.
Don't worry. Link loves you already.
Yeah.
Anthony sighed, trying to think of a way of saying that Link was not the problem.
Oh, left turn here.
Here, all right.
Oh, we're near. Oh, there.
Oh,
Ian points at a big house, unfastening his belt. Anthony is a little surprised at how fast they arrived.
that house?
Yeah. Park on the driveway.
Ian knocked on the door and took a step back to wait next to his boyfriend. A few seconds passed, which felt like minutes. Anthony was fidgeting with his hands, holding a bottle of good whiskey while looking at the ground. Anthony was hoping that he was just dreaming or that Ian's dads weren't home, but he would never admit that out loud.
What if they aren't home?
They are.
The shorter one said.
And what if they're not? We can come back another day and not bother them, maybe.
The blue-eyed man grabbed him by his shoulders with a serious expression.
Anthony, stop being a p***y.
I'm not a
Rhett and Link enter. Anthony shrugs, trying to get rid of Ian's grip. The door opens, showing Link behind it. Anthony greets with a shaky voice.
Hey.
Hey, guys. How are you? Sorry for keeping you waiting. Come in.
Ian entered first, giving his dad a quick hug.
Anthony was his pants.
Link laughed while Anthony entered.
That's not true.
Anthony sounded not as nervous as before, but when he was about to shake Link's hand, he saw behind him one of the biggest fears at that moment. Trying to stay as calm as possible, he says,
Great to meet you again, sir.
No need to call me that. Just Link is fine.
Link smiled, also grabbing Anthony's arm with his other hand, then patting his shoulder.
Okay.
Anthony smiled, then turned to face Rhett and filled with nervousness.
Yeah.
How's it going, man?
All good. This is for you.
Anthony gave him the bottle of whiskey.
A little present.
Oh, you seem to know your way around a liquor store. You drink a lot?
Link put his arm around Rhett, shaking him a little bit.
Oh, don't torture the poor guy. He didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah. Oh, it's just a greeting. Right, Anthony?
Yeah. It's great to finally meet you, Rhett.
Anthony extended his hand to give Rhett a handshake, too.
No. You can call me sir.
Oh.
Rhett gave a not-so-friendly smile, shaking his hand with a strong grip and squeezing it a little.
Sorry, sir. Pleasure to meet you.
What did you cook?
Link walked away, explaining what they had prepared for the meal. Anthony looked at them with a small smile, but then noticed Rhett staring at him. When he looked back at him, Rhett analyzed him up and down. Padilla tried to stay in place, praying to not give a bad impression. Then Rhett made eye contact for what felt like an eternity.
Thanks.
But in reality, it was a few seconds before leaving where Link was. Anthony's heartbeat started to accelerate. He felt like he was threatened with a deadly force and he needed to leave now or his life would be in danger. But Ian interrupted his thoughts by holding his arm and leading him to the table. He wasn't capable of leaving him. He would fight an entire army for him. Meeting his parents was nothing in comparison. Dinner began and they started eating. Rhett looked at Anthony while resting his arms on the table.
So, Anthony, what do you do for a living?
I'm a web developer.
Oh, so you play with your computer for work?
Rhett chuckled. Anthony smiled nervously.
I guess you could say that. It really started with me playing on my computer when I was a bored teen.
Well, that's pretty humble, but I'm sure you do a lot more, right?
Of course. I make websites for a few companies, organize their social media if they have any, and sometimes I edit advertising videos.
Anthony explained while trying to look at Link and not Rhett the majority of the time to not get too anxious while talking.
Well, that sounds really great. You do all the hard work.
Yeah, sitting in front of a computer isn't hard work.
Ian, who was quietly eating, intervened.
Why don't you try it then, Dad? Instead of asking me to fix your computer every time you mess up a setting.
They finished the meal and kept chatting for a while. Being in a more comfortable ambiance and Rhett being quieter, or at least less sharp, eventually Ian looked at his boyfriend and said,
It's getting a bit late. We should probably head home.
You're right, we probably should.
All right.
Are you driving, son?
Oh, no, Anthony is. I'm way too tired.
They walked to the door. Padilla looked at both of his boyfriend's dads with almost no nervousness at all.
I wanted to thank you for the invitation. It was a pleasure to have this meal with you and getting to know you a bit.
Pleasure is ours. Thanks for coming.
Rhett just nodded in agreement. Ian was already opening the door when Rhett hesitated and then spoke.
Wait, may I have a word with you, Anthony?
Padilla shifted his gaze with nervousness, looking at his partner before answering. Ian gave him a nod.
Sure.
Ian and Link exit, leaving Anthony and Rhett in the house alone. Anthony's hand slightly shook in anxiety. He was getting his mind ready to be directly threatened to leave Ian and never talk to him again, but he was surprised with a soft sigh and a pat on his shoulder.
Look, man. All right, I got a complaint. I'm so sorry for being so harsh to you there. Look, you're a good guy, all right? You didn't deserve all that crap. You seem to be a pretty good boyfriend, too.
Anthony looked at him with his eyes wide open, not sure about what to answer. He gulped nervously and tried to maintain eye contact.
It's okay. I understand you want what's best for your son. And I don't know if I'm the best for him, but I'll do anything possible to make him the happiest I can.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. And I think you and Ian, you guys make a great couple. He talks a lot about you. Yeah. Seems like the affection is not one-sided. I mean, I liked how you talked about him and how you tried really hard to make a good impression on us. That shows you care. And I really appreciate that a lot. You two seem to be meant for each other. But don't tell him I said that.
Anthony started to feel a knot in his throat after listening to him. Rhett grabbed his shoulder and gave him a squeeze.
Please, take care of him. He likes you and trusts you a lot.
I promise, sir.
Please, call me Rhett.
He smiled. Anthony chuckled, rubbing one of his eyes. Rhett gave him a side hug.
Come here. You're not crying, are you?
No, just allergies.
Okay.
Anthony said, trying to laugh. Rhett opened the door and entered the house again, followed by Anthony just right behind him.
You know, you should visit again sometime. Maybe give me some computer lessons.
With pleasure.
Ian stood up and walked towards his partner, while Link did the same.
I thought you were gonna murder him.
He isn't that smart, son.
Excuse me?
Oh no. Rhett glanced at his husband, pretending to be offended.
Oh.
Link leaned his head to put it on his shoulder and kiss it. Ian got next to Anthony and, in a not-so-low tone, muttered,
What did he tell you?
Why'd you ask? It's a men's talk.
I'm a man too.
It's a tall's talk then.
This made Anthony and Link laugh. Ian sighed while heading toward the front door. Anthony put a hand on his waist and got closer to his ear to murmur.
I'll tell you later, don't worry.
Aww. They said their goodbyes and the younger couple got into their car. Rhett and Link exit.
Drive safe.
All right.
So, no. It's icy on the road. Please don't do that. So, what did Dad say?
He told me that we make a good couple.
Come on, tell me.
That's literally what he said.
I don't believe that.
Well, it's true.
The blue-eyed man turned to stare through the window in silence, while Anthony drove without saying a word either, sometimes glancing at him. Minutes of silence passed when Ian looked back at Anthony, thinking, then asked,
Did he really? He almost made me cry.
Ian chuckled, looking through the window again.
Thanks for today. You were great with them.
Anthony smiled and placed his hand on his boyfriend's leg.
Don't worry, love. It's fine.
Oh.
Ian gave him a smile and looked back at the window for the rest of the trip home. The end.
Shut the door. Shut the door. Shut the damn door.
All right, he's about to give me a good mythical morning.
Oh my God.
What
Very
soundtrack
wholesome.
do you think is playing while I look out the window at the end? It's the what I've done.
That was good. That was a good one.
I loved that one.
God. Here is our last play of Dog Cones and Baby Walkers by Icebreaker. The cast of this one: Spencer, Shane, Courtney, Angela, Damien, and Baby Chosen.
What?
I'll be Shane and Baby Chosen.
Yeah.
Spencer, do you want to be Spencer?
I'd love
Courtney, do you want to be Courtney?
Sure.
Ian, your narrator. And then you guys decide who wants to be Angela and who wants to be Damien.
I'll be Damien.
I'll be Angela.
So this is based off of when I was showing you Sims.
Yep.
We were playing Sims on a Smosh game stream, and I basically made the Chosen and Spencer's Sim have a baby, and it was Baby Chosen that was born.
You're asking if you guys can have a baby?
Let's go make this baby. This is not very chosen of us.
You might be pregnant.
Yeah!
Oh! It's a boy! It's Chosen! Oh
The Chosen.
Truth be told, Spencer and Shane couldn't help but feel overwhelmed by the emotions that swelled within them. They went from coworkers to friends and now parents to a tiny bundle of joy that they had named The Chosen. The karaoke night had been an impromptu adventure after a long day at the office. The deadlines and responsibilities faded away, replaced by the neon lights and the promise of off-key renditions of classic songs.
Off-key.
The idea had been Courtney's, the group's source of spontaneity. Spencer was reluctant at first, thinking of his cozy bed and his video games. Shane, the ever-supportive friend, convinced him that a night of musical fun was just what they needed. Little did they know that the karaoke night would mark the beginning of a deeper connection. Oh my God. Now, at the Smosh office, Shane and Spencer stood side by side, their eyes fixated on the small crib with a green blanket where The Chosen was napping. Spencer sighed and scratched his head.
Can you believe it, Shane? We're parents now.
His voice was filled with the resonance of a surreal reality. The blonde one, with a bewildered expression, replied,
I know, Spence. Who would have thought our journey would lead to this?
A few feet away, Courtney, their best friend and godparent of The Chosen, was busy attempting to assemble a walker when Damien and Angela entered the space, debating who would be in charge of diaper duty. As they watched the baby stir in the crib, Angela, swaying her head left and right with a dog cone, piped up.
Well, Chosen, you've hit the jackpot with these two dads, and don't forget your cool uncles and aunties. Pretty sure Uncle Ian already secured you a car, yeah.
Damien added with a mischievous grin.
That's right, little buddy. We'll teach you all the secrets of life, starting with how to avoid diaper duty.
Courtney, having finally managed to assemble the walker, chimed in.
'Tis I, the baby walker, fully operational. I'm ready to race Chosen around the house.
Day at the races! Day at the races!
Angela couldn't help but roll her eyes at his Mario reference.
What?
Spencer took the walker, holding in a laugh.
Thanks, Courtney. Let's hope The Chosen inherits my love of play.
Shane couldn't hold back a laugh.
Brutal. We have a little Forrest Gump on our hands.
As the evening progressed, Chosen, now placed in his walker, was observing the world with his bright, curious eyes. Suddenly, he leaned forward and let out.
So.
As if contemplating his place in the world, everyone turned their heads to the little one, laughter echoing through the room. The end.
Made a mess.
Wow.
Incredible.
I want diaper duty.
Was that like a Smosh nativity scene?
Yeah, wow. Wouldn't be our
It
first.
really was.
That's actually so
Whoa.
I didn't realize how much fan fiction was made off of just like any video that we do.
Inspiration
afterwards.
can come from anywhere.
There's so much lore.
Yeah, and well written. Well written.
Yeah, so good.
A lot of great adjectives. You guys really busted out the thesauruses for this one.
Yeah, y'all are reading.
Guys, thank you so much for writing these fun fan fictions and for allowing us to do this. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment down below what other types of things you'd like to see us act out here at the Smosh Pit Theater.
Yes.
It's a blast. Great performances, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you.
Great performances. Well done.
Thank you.
Very good. We will see you next time. Goodbye.
Tip you, Bob.
Adieu.
Scene.